Happy holidays! My name is Gray Jones, and I want to welcome you to Chuck versus the Podcast, our holiday extravaganza 2010. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of stuff in this episode. Over 30 of the Chuck cast and crew and a number of other special guests. Mel and Liz are going to be with us in a little bit, and we've got some exciting news towards the end. It's going to be an awesome, fun episode that I hope you can watch again and again. There's a lot here that you don't want to miss. And speaking of not missing, you want to make sure that you enjoy this in high definition. This is our first time doing an entire episode in widescreen high definition. To make sure you get the most enjoyment out of it, I urge you to go to chuckpodcast.blip.tv. And then when you're there, make sure that you click on the high definition option and go full screen to get the most out of this episode. You're gonna love what we have in store. Let's get right to it. So how do you spell Yvonne Strahovski? Well, unfortunately, it's not E-L-L-E-N yet. But if Chuck fans have their way, it could very well be E-M-M-Y. You see, after Yvonne Strahovski did such an absolutely stellar job in Chuck vs. Phase 3, where Sarah goes to the ends of the earth to rescue Chuck, I know I felt at the end of that episode that it was her best work yet. I was to tears in that scene with Chuck at the end. And a lot of fans agreed with me. And so, a number of them have joined together in a campaign to make sure that everybody knows that Yvonne Strahovski deserves an Emmy and to bring her name into public awareness. You can find details about this campaign at emmyforyvonne.com. And she's already tweeted about it. She's really tickled that fans would think of her in that way. And she actually recorded her holiday message from Australia. Here we go.
Hey, it's Yvonne Strahovski, a.k.a. Sarah Walker, calling everybody from Australia. Just wanted to say happy holidays and a happy new year to everybody. And thank you so much for all your support and your dedication to our show. And love you lots. Bye.
You know, we're going to have a lot of surprises for you in this episode. Yvonne recorded her message from Australia. The only way you can get a white Christmas in Australia is with something like a snow globe, because it's on the, other side of the world. Another actor who recorded his message from Australia was Zachary Levi. He was there promoting his new film Tangled, and I hope you have a chance to see that if you haven't already. It looks like a lot of fun. I'm hoping to see it over the holiday season. Here's Zachary Levi.
Hello, everybody. This is Zachary Levi. I play Chuck on Chuck. I was instructed to tell you what I do on the show, so I find it only fitting that I do that. I am Chuck Bartowski. Chuck Bartowski and I are one. I am currently in Sydney, Australia, which doesn't feel very Christmassy, as it's very warm and sunny and nice. It's summertime here. But from Sydney, Australia, I wanted to take a moment to wish you all the happiest of holidays, the merriest of Christmases, the most joyous of Kwanzas, the most fantastic Festivus you've ever experienced. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I can't really put into words, but I appreciate and love you guys so much. Thank you for making our jobs worth doing. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. Thank you for always being there for us year in and year out. That's the greatest Christmas present I could receive, and I hope that anytime I get to see or meet one of you on the streets, be it here in Sydney, which I have, by the way, or elsewhere in the world, that you say hi, that I can shake your hand or give you a hug and just say thanks. It means a lot. God bless you all. Happy holidays. And we'll see some of you at Comic-Con. Haha. Bye-bye.
There's one new character this season that we really hope hangs around, and that's Volkov, a delightful villain who can sit in the back of a sheep truck holding a lamb with Chuck, who can play charades at Devin and Ellie's, who thinks he's great with kids, and yet will blow up a bomb in a facility where there's agents strapped to chairs inside. Yeah, we're talking about Timothy Dalton, and he's here in our holiday extravaganza.
Hello, this is Timothy Dalton, wishing all Chuck fans a happy holiday season. Be well, good luck, and have a wonderful new year.
Help! I was trying to get down the chimney like Santa, and I guess it didn't work. Wouldn't it be awesome if you could just flash to get out of a jam? Well, how about the guy who actually invented the intersect? Yep, you guessed it. We're talking about the guy who was on Quantum Leap, who was on Enterprise, and who lit up the screen every time he was on Chuck. Papa Bartowski himself, Scott Bakula, is with us today. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Scott Bakula calling in, otherwise known as Chuck's dad. Deceased or not? That is the question. Happy holidays to all you fans out there of Chuck and all you fans of the holidays. Be well.
Okay, I wouldn't make a very good soldier, at least not a toy soldier. But on Chuck, there's some great military and spy action. Can you imagine Chuck without General Beckman, who even on a good day is pretty scary? And what about Agent Casey, who likes his coffee black and bitter? And remember in the beginning, he had standing orders to kill Chuck. Well, today we've got both of them for you. General Beckman, of course, played by Benita Frederici, and John Casey, played by Adam Baldwin. Enjoy.
Hi, everybody. This is Adam Baldwin. I play John Casey on Chuck. Just calling to wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year. This is our 4th season. Thank you for sharing those 4 great holiday seasons and for watching Chuck and being such great fans. We couldn't be here without you. God bless.
Hello, I am Benita Frederici, and I play General Diane Beckman on Chuck. My message. Your mission, fans of Agent Bartowski, also known as Chuck, is to have exceedingly enjoyable holidays, whatever and whenever those may be. Do not engage in any spy, and yes, I use that word spy-related activities whatsoever. No guns, lingerie, grunts, explosions, or speaking into watches. Just purchase gifts at the Buy More and watch reruns of Chuck. That is all. This is General Diane Beckman, signing off.
Just a little bit higher. You know, some things are too hard to do by ourselves. Can you imagine Chuck without Devin and Ellie, played by Ryan McPartland and Sarah Lancaster? I had a chance to meet them when I was in LA, and they're wonderful, wonderful people. They have their holiday messages for you now. Enjoy.
Hi, everyone. This is Sarah Lancaster. I play Eleanor Faye Bartowski / Woodcomb on Chuck. Just wanted to wish all of our fans a very, very happy holiday and a healthy new year. We look forward to seeing you again in 2011. And thanks to you, we are back in 2011. So big kiss to you all. Happy holidays.
Hey there, this is Ryan McPartland, Captain Awesome from Chuck. I wanted to say Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy New Year to all of our fans on Chuck. You guys are the best. Hopefully 2011 is the best year yet for Chuck and for our Chuck fans. Have a great one. Bye.
Hey there. Imagine if the Buy More looked like this. I'm sure Big Mike would love it, though I'm not sure how long it would last. Imagine Chuck without the Buy More, or without Jeffster. Today we've got Big Mike, played by Mark Christopher Lawrence. We've got Jeff Barnes, played by Scott Krinsky. And of course, we have Lester Patel, played by Vic Sahai. You're going to love it. Here we go.
Hi, this is Mark Christopher Lawrence. I played Big Mike on Chuck. And I just want to wish the fans a happy and safe holiday season and a happy new year. God bless.
Hey, everybody. This is Scott Krinsky. I play the character Jeff on the show Chuck. I just want to wish everybody a happy holidays and a happy new year. I wish everybody a healthy, happy, prosperous new year. And if it gets a little crazy over the holidays, just remember one word that's always been helpful to Jeff to take care of everything: pineapple. All right, everybody. Happy New Year, happy holidays, and look forward to bringing you some great episodes in the new year. Take care.
Hello, Chuck fans. This is Vic Sahai, your friendly neighborhood frenemy, Lester Patel, with a holiday recommendation, actually. Many people have been asking me, and when I say many people, I mean absolutely no one. Those no people in the world have been hounding me for my opinion on the age-old question, Christmas cake, aka fruit cake, light or dark. Well, it could come as no shock, obviously, that I like it dark, succulent to sticky wet, heavy, oblong in shape, obviously, with 10 or 11, up to you, times the amount of whiskey called for. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, cheerful Kwanzaa, Ashura, Bodhi Day, Santa Lucia, Las Posadas, Boxing Day, etc., etc., etc. Happy holidays in general. Have a brilliant New Year's. We love you. We need you. And please stop asking me baking questions because I've never baked a thing in my life. Thank you. Love you. Need you.
Hi. Great presents. You know, speaking about great presents, there was one that came back in January of 2008, and that's when we interviewed composer Tim Jones. Well, the present was that since then, he's become a great friend. I don't know, maybe it's the last name, Jones? But by email, by video chatting, he's been a great supporter of the podcast, but also personally, he invited me in 2009 in September when I was in LA to come and spend a couple of days at his house. And so I was able to spend time with his wife and kids and get to know them. And as well, we watched a movie together. We went out to eat, and he's given gifts to my family. And even on a recent video chat, he pulled out his guitar and played and sang for my daughter. On another video chat that we had, he showed me his new studio, and that's where he composes the music not only for Chuck, but also for Human Target, the other show that he's working with now with showrunner Matt Miller, who moved on from Chuck. And he actually gave me permission to show this behind-the-scenes sneak peek that nobody else has ever seen. So this is pretty exclusive, and we're going to get to see his studio where he composes the music for not only Chuck, but also Human Target. So here's his holiday message and the trip to the studio.
Season's greetings, everybody. This is Tim Jones, the composer on Chuck. Just want to thank all of you for tuning in each week. We really appreciate it, and we love working on the show. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and we look forward to giving you some more Chuck to watch in the new year. I've also given Gray permission to show a little bit of my studio. So Happy New Year, everybody. Talk to you later.
Sweet. So you can see the new studio.
Yeah, looks great. I love that brick.
Isn't that cool?
Can
you see the guitars?
It looks a little bit like the set of Human Target.
Well, maybe the Human Target poster is also part of it. But yeah, can you see them on the guitars on the wall?
Yeah. Oh, it must be a dream to have all that space.
Oh, it's great. And here's the workstation.
Yeah.
Got a plasma put in yesterday or the day before.
Mm-hmm.
Did these sound treatment things up here, which are really cool. Really help bass.
You know, it was actually 3 Christmases ago that I first had the idea of starting this podcast. Chuck had just aired a few episodes, 11 episodes actually, in the first season. And if you remember, it was a shortened season. The writer's strike was looming. I had no idea where this show was going to go. I had no idea if it was going to be renewed. All I knew is I loved it. I loved the characters, loved the story, loved the action. And so I looked to see if there was a podcast for Chuck, and there wasn't one. And I looked around to see if there were any fan resources. Well, there were at the time, but definitely the one that stood out was chucktv.net. So I sent them an email approaching them, asking them if they wanted to join with me on the podcast. And of course, that's where history was born. Mel and Liz said very famously, "What's a podcast?" But they decided to devote themselves to it. And in the last 3 years, they've become great friends. And we've recorded 76 podcasts together and have started video podcasting recently. And it's just been a great ride. And so I do want to extend great thanks to Mel and Liz for trusting me that this would be a good thing and for really working so hard along the way. We're going to hear from Mel and Liz right now. Enjoy.
Hi, Chucksters. Mel here. Just wanted to wish you all happy holidays and a happy new year. And thank you all for joining us this year for all of the Chuck excitement as we went through all of season 3 and half of season 4. Well, not even half, because we got those extra episodes. Hooray! Coming in 2011. And we're going to have a full retrospective up at chucktv.net of the whole year. Everything from the spectacular 3-episode premiere for season 3 on through all of season 3 and the renewal campaign that was successful and the excitement over season 4 and Comic-Con and all kinds of good stuff. So we hope you can check that out while you're lazing by the fire and toasting those chestnuts. We'll see you all in 2011. Bye.
Hi, this is Liz from chucktv.net, and I just wanted to say happy holidays to all of you out there, and many, many thanks for the support and the emails and conversation and all the fun throughout the year. All the excitement going on with Chuck and chatting with you guys, live chatting with you guys for each episode has been so much fun this year. It's been a hoot and a holler. You guys are all great. Your support has been invaluable to us, and I just want to wish you a very happy holiday from my home to yours. See you next year.
You know, one of our goals from the very beginning was to take people from behind the scenes and give them the attention they deserve, shining a light into their creative process, kind of making unsung heroes into sung heroes. 3 of these people were director-editor Norman Buckley and editors Jeff Granzo and Matt Barber.
Hey, I'm Norman Buckley. I edited the pilot of Chuck, and I've directed 3 episodes. I wish all of the fans a happy holiday. Love you guys.
Hey, this is Jeff, one of the editors on Chuck. Merry Christmas, everybody, and thanks for being the greatest fans on the planet.
Hey guys, this is Matt Barber, one of the editors on Chuck, and I just want to say Merry Christmas from Payless. Merry Christmas. That's an old-timey thing. Hope you guys know what that is. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. See you next year.
You know, for most of us, building a snowman is a pretty simple thing. But for a costume designer, it might look something like this. Or maybe even like this. We're so excited to have Chuck costume designer Robin Lewis West with us today. Enjoy.
Hi, everybody. This is Robin West, calling the costume designer on Chuck. And happy holidays, everybody, and thanks for being the best fans ever.
Are you ready? It's time to play Whack-A-Host.
You know, there's a lot of comic relief on Chuck, and a lot of it comes from Morgan, Chuck's best friend. But he's not just there for comic relief. We've seen in the last couple of seasons how that character has grown so much more, especially as he's come into the spy world and again is a source for a lot of laughs in his relationship with Casey. He's also been the guy who saves the day a lot of the time. And we couldn't imagine the show without Joshua Gomez. Here he is.
What's up, gang? Joshua Gomez, a.k.a. Morgan Grimes, a.k.a. the Bearded One, a.k.a. Cobra, a.k.a. the Magnet. I can go on. Is this tape-based answering service? No? Is it digital? Oh, okay. I'm good. I'm good then. All right. Happy holidays. Hopefully you have a safe and wonderful time. And for those of you who are nice, that you get everything you ask for. And, of course, for those of you who are naughty, call me.
And we certainly hope we get to see a lot more of Morgan's relationship with Casey's daughter, Alex, who was, of course, played by the very sweet McKenna Melvin. Here she is.
Hi, this is McKenna Melvin. Some of you may know me as Alex McHugh, and I just wanted to say happy holidays, and I hope that all of your dreams come true in 2011.
We've got a lot more cooking. You know, there have been some TV critics that have been great supporters of Chuck, and I think have been actually instrumental in helping Chuck be renewed. One of them is Mo Ryan, who now works for AOL. She's been on the podcast a couple of times, and actually she shared that she's very grateful for Chuck fans too. Here's her holiday message. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Mo Ryan of AOL's TV Squad, where on the Stay Tuned site I write about Chuck, which is one of those shows that, let's just say 10 seasons from now, maybe it'll be time for it to end, right? Well, I just wanted to say I wish a wonderful holiday season to all the Chuck fans who are really awesome. And I just want you to know that I'm really, really grateful for everything that you guys have not only done for the show, but the charity efforts that you guys have been part of, especially earlier this year after the earthquake in Haiti. I was just doing some calculations about how much Chuck fans helped raise, and certain Chuck fans in particular helped out with a cause to raise money for charity, and you guys did a lot. So be proud. You're awesome. And if it's not too greedy, I just thought I'd mention a few things I'm hoping for in my Christmas stocking. Well, maybe in the castle. That would be more practical. I'm certainly hoping for more Morgan Casey magic. I think that bromance is just getting started, and who knows where it'll go. I just love those guys together, and I will not attempt to do a holiday-themed John Casey grunt, but try that at home and see how that goes. I guess if there's one more thing I want for Christmas or for the new year to start it off right is a Jeffster video. And, the possibilities are endless there, and maybe this time they'll work 3 weekends on their video. You never know. It could happen. It really could. But seriously, wishing you all the warmth and the love and the awesomeness that the Chuck characters share amongst them. And, again, have an awesome holiday season. I really wish you all the best. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye from Mo.
Just when you think you've opened all your presents, don't forget, there's always your stocking. We've got a lot more coming in this holiday extravaganza. What we have right now are characters who, for whatever reason, have been written out of the Chuck story, but they're still very dear to our hearts. First up, we have Tony Hale, who played Emmett Milbarge on the show.
Hello, this is Emmett Milbarge. Here's my advice for the holidays. Shut your face, you've already got too much crap. That felt good. Happy holidays. Oh.
And next, the very sweet Julia Ling, who played Anna Wu on the show. Julia was actually very sick this week, and yet still pushed through to record her holiday message for the fans. I hope you enjoy it.
'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through Bymore not a nerd herd was working, some asleep on the floor. The computers were left by the cages without care, in hopes that Chuck Bartowski soon would be there. The nerds were wrestling, some making their bets, while customers were left very upset. And Lester with his guitar, and I in my skirt, Jeff with his camera, waiting to flirt. When out in the front, there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the counter to see what was the matter. Into the Bymore a little car crashed, tore open our store as Big Mike dashed. We looked all around for Chuckles to show what we should do now, only Chuckles would know. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a crazy man with a gun to make us fear. I looked all around, unsure what to do, then suddenly saw Ellie and Awesome here too. This crazy man waving his gun, nowhere to hide, nowhere to run. Chuckles, where are you? Please come back. You're the only leader of this nerdy pack. John Casey, too, he's just as strong. He'll take down this guy with just one arm. But everywhere I looked, they couldn't be found, and I did not want to just wait around. I need my tripods, and I need them fast. Or better yet, what is that sword I used last? He's just one guy. Morgan can fight. We'll hold the fortress till Chuck's in sight. The nerds were whimpering, too scared to die, and all I could do was sit there and sigh. And then just as it started to look too bleak, Chuckles burst in with havoc to wreak, and I smiled when I saw him in spite of myself, dressed up like Santa Claus's little green elf. A blink of his eyes, a nod of his head, soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. And Sarah was there, pretty like a rose. John Casey was limping with bloody toes. Before I knew it, the police came by, armed and ready, and arrested the guy. I don't know what happened, and I don't know why, that it felt almost like Chuck was a spy. And then I heard him exclaim as he walked out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
And the one who's leading the Gone But Not Forgotten category, the one who fell from the ceiling in the Chuck pilot, the one who's definitely not an accountant. I'm talking about Bryce Larkin, otherwise known as Matt Bomer, who has never been on the podcast before until now. Here he is.
Hi, my name is Matt Bomer. I play Bryce Larkin on Chuck, and I wanted to wish all the amazing Chuck fans a happy holiday season and a happy new year, and thank you all from the bottom of my heart for all your love and support. You guys rock. Thank you.
I was born in Edmonton, Alberta, in the western part of Canada, and I grew up in Calgary, Alberta. And from both of those locations, you can see the Northern Lights. And if you've ever seen the Northern Lights, they're incredibly beautiful, they're breathtaking, they're mesmerizing. And even though you don't see them very often, you never forget what they're like. You know, there's been some writers along the way in Chuck that have captured our hearts and have mesmerized us by their stories. And even though they're gone now to other shows, we won't forget what they were like. And I'm speaking about Matt Miller, who's gone to be the showrunner for Human Target. Speaking about Scott Rosenbaum, who's been now the showrunner of V. Talking about Ali Adler, who's gone to No Ordinary Family. And Zev Burrow, who went with Matt Miller to Human Target. Well, they all wanted to share their holiday wishes with you. And I'm so happy that they were able to participate. Here they are.
Hi, it's Scott Rosenbaum. I was a writer and producer on Chuck. You might remember me from such episodes as Chuck versus the Beard, Chuck versus Santa Claus. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays to everyone. Also, as some of you know, I'm now the showrunner on the ABC show V. Please come watch us. We return January 4th at 9 p.m. That's Tuesday night. Thank you. Bye.
Hey, my name is Matt Miller, and I used to be a producer and a writer on Chuck. I hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas, New Year's, holiday break. Keep watching Chuck, and if you get time, also check out Human Target on Wednesday nights on Fox. All right, have a great holiday season, everyone. Bye.
Hey, this is Ali Adler, just a super fan of Chuck, but calling to say happy holidays to all the Chuck fans worldwide, and I'm proud to be associated with the show. Thanks, guys. Happy New Year.
Hi, everyone. My name is Zev Burrow, and I was a writer on Chuck for the first 3 seasons, and now I'm one of the writers on a show called Human Target. And I wanted to wish everyone a happy holidays and happy new year, and remind them that during this holiday season, it's important to watch as much television as possible. Really don't spend too much time with your family or your friends, or really doing anything else except watching television. It's what Santa wants. Bye.
You know, sometimes it seems like no matter how many presents we open, there's still a lot more coming. I think the highlight of this podcast extravaganza for me was when Chuck co-creator Chris Fedak called with all of the writers of Chuck. And the most exciting part of that call was that I learned that previous Chuck writer Phil Klemmer, who we had lost to Undercovers on NBC, is now back in the fold. I can officially confirm that Phil Klemmer is back on Chuck, and we can't wait to see the stories that are going to come.
Hello, this is Chris Fedak and the rest of the writers on Chuck, and we're just calling to wish you all a happy holiday, and thank you for all your support. We really appreciate it. I'm just going to now pass it off to the writer to my right.
This is Lauren LeBron. Happy holidays. Hey. This is Kristen Newman. Happy holidays. Hey, guys.
That was Craig DiGregorio.
His pants are off.
Then we have A.K. Schumann, writer's assistant. And ladies and gentlemen, a big introduction. We have the return of Phil Klemmer.
Thank you.
We also have a new writer, Alex Katz-Nelson. Yay! And then we coming in with the backbeat, Henry Alonzo Myers.
Hi. Happy holidays here.
Hanukkah.
I'm Rich.
And still on the show for now. Rafe Justin. And ladies and gentlemen, bringing up the rear, last but not least, Mr. Nicholas Wooten.
This is Nick Wooten. I just want to say I love you all. And a very happy holidays to everyone, every single one of you.
Put your pants on.
No!
So, thank you very much, and again, thank you for your support. Have a happy, safe holiday, and we all love you very much. Take care, guys.
Well, I thought since we're at the North Pole already that I would show my daughter Kyla around. You can see she's dressed for the occasion.
Happy holidays!
And so we're going to start to wrap things up. I want to thank you so much for watching this holiday podcast. And I want to thank the Chuck cast and crew and other guests who called in. We were absolutely blown away by the responses that we got. Also, I should mention that this ends 3 years of the podcast. We're going into our 4th year in January. And so I want to thank everyone who supported us through that time. Both votes at Podcast Alley. We've now been 2 years as the #1 television-themed podcast in the TV and film category at Podcast Alley. Thank you so much for your votes. We want to thank you for all the donations that we've received, the sponsors who have sponsored us, and anything that you've done to support the podcast, like buying at Amazon.com and Chuck is On, and the other different ways that you've supported us financially. We couldn't do this without you. And on that note, I do want to ask if you have any extra holiday money and you would like to support the podcast. We absolutely do need your donations and other support. So please consider making a donation. Go to chuckpodcast.com and you can find details about how to do that. I want to thank our sponsors, ielabs.com, Movie Morons, and also SyrianJunkies.de. And it was on and then off, and now it's back again. NBC has confirmed that they will be airing repeats of Chuck during the holiday break. So December 27th, you can watch for Chuck at 8, 7 Central. And then again, a second episode that night at 9, 8 Central. So do check your local listings. Do confirm it. But this is straight from the horse's mouth from NBC. Chuck will be on December 27th on that Monday. So we're going to go visit Santa. But while we do that, I urge you, share about this podcast. Put it on your Facebook, Twitter, email your friends, tell everybody about this awesome extravaganza, and make sure you check out Chuck when it returns in January. Happy holidays. Bye-bye.